league, you must have a good idea of how these guys are feeling this deep into the year.
No, B.A., it's hard to describe. There's such a physical drain on your body, and mentally, it might be even more difficult.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Dylan Brooks is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Grayson Allen. Then it's Williams. And it's Gillespie in at point. Now here's Randall. 4 on the clock. That won't fall. Can't drop his first one. Here's Gillespie. DiVincenzo covering. And Williams punches it home.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
To the wing, right side. Randall with it. He's against O'Neal. Randall can't hit. Allen outside. Pass to Gillespie. Back to Allen. To the paint. Here's O'Neal. No good there. McDaniels with some nice D. And so Randall will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
It went down to the wire. And as flat as they were, they showed a lot of character in gutting it out for the win. You don't want to let them get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Gillespie. DiVincenzo covering. Allen outside. Brooks a screen on Edwards. Allen against Edwards. Screen by O'Neal. Here's Allen. And he gets the bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He will gladly take those.
Now here's DiVincenzo. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Randall deciding where to go with it. Off target from outside.
Okay, it's taking them a moment to find their rhythm, opening the game with some uneven 1-for-4 shooting.
Pass to Williams. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Randall, the pass to DiVincenzo. Inside, here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
You're best to get out of Gobert's way. You don't want to be on the wrong end of that tug.
Gillespie passes to Brooks. Outside, Williams. And there's the drive. The Suns need to get off a shot. Three-pointer, Brooks. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Up top, Randall. He's covered by O'Neal. Outside, DiVincenzo. Outside, Edwards. Here's Gobert. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist.
Yeah, and Gobert's teammates encourage him to seek out his offense, especially when he's this deep.
Here's Gillespie. DiVincenzo covering. Pass to Gillespie. Takes a three. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. The Suns beat them last time when these two met in Phoenix.
Last time they lost a close one against this team. You have to wonder what they could have done if it wasn't for their foul trouble in that game.
Getting into foul trouble will really handcuff you, and they found that out last time.
It's his first trip to the line.
Something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Naz Reid's checked in for Gobert. Miller comes in for Randall. Clark is checked in for McDaniels. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Phoenix also changing it up. Dunn, he's checked in for O'Neal. And Goodwin is subbed in for Gillespie. That one's no good.
And to be a superstar in this league, you need more than talent. Personality, confidence are keys too. And we know Anthony Edwards has loads of both.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Reid sets a screen. And here's Edwards outside. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Shooting the three with confidence. That's exactly what this team needs from Edwards.
Brooks outside. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And Minnesota with some changes. Julius Randle's checked in for Miller, and Dillingham subbed in for Anthony Edwards. Phoenix also changing it up. Richards is checked in for Williams. Iguodaro comes in for Brooks, and Bouye subbed in for Allen. Now here's Conley, right now averaging 5.5 a game. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the Suns. Here's Bouye. Pass to Dunn. Good if it goes. Buried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. That was close. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be...
The previous play is under review.
Inside the game, you always prefer to get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a second glance. The replay system is available, so you've got to utilize it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the TimberWolves?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
And so in the game for the Suns, they've got Nick Richards, and it's Goodwin in at the 1 spot. Puts up a 3. Here's Richards, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Suns trail by 3. To the inside. And the layup is good off the glass. Richards has got 4 points this quarter.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Pass to Clark. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Now here's Randle. Tight defense on him. And it's rejected. Here's Goodwin. Yet to see a basket. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
A nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you, guys. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. We look forward to working with someone like that. Guys?
Has them bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Dillingham. To the middle. The kick out to Conley. They still need this. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's Goodwin. He's guarded by Conley. Here's Iguodaro. Pass to Goodwin. Beyond the arc. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Outside Conley. Here's Dillingham. He's scoreless. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. No good with the triple. The Suns have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Down low. Here's Richards. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs a review with his guys. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Julius Randle. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Clark. Edwards, he's checked in for Dillingham. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Now here's Reed. He had 19 points in the win against the Clippers.
And I love what he's been able to do on the glass, securing some extra possessions for his team.
Edwards for 3. Down it goes. Edwards for 3.
And this is how confident Edwards is. Feels like he can sink these shots whenever he wants.
Gillespie passes to Brooks. Outside, Williams. Here's Gillespie. DiVincenzo covering. Clock at 6. Gillespie passes to Brooks. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Here's Brooks. 23 points his last outing. Allen.
Yeah, smothering D right there. Just a tremendous job by Edwards, forcing a difficult shot.
McDaniels against Brooks. Outside, DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
Now here's Brooks. Big-time contributor on offense. Just over 22 points a game. Controls the rebound and the putback. Williams has gotten his second bucket on the night.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Look at the rebounding numbers. I'm surprised they've stayed this close. They're not cleaning the glass, it's more like they're fogging it up.
And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
And for that game against the Thunder, they're going against number 1. It's a huge challenge, but they have the talent and the coaching to compete.
It'd be a nice morale boost. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
McDaniels at the 3 with Randle at the 4. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. And it's Gobert in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now here's Williams. Gillespie passes to Allen. Williams a screen on Edwards. Here's Gillespie. Launches it. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Right side McDaniels. And a miss there on the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Allen outside. Pass to Gillespie. Outside, Williams. Here's Gillespie, guarded by Edwards. So they take the lead. Gillespie's got his first basket.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Randall outside. Back to Edwards. Fires for three. Great D that time from Allen.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Brooks.
Well, Brooks is one hard-working man. He runs into a foul and still gets a shot off.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. The free throw dropped for Brooks. So he picks up just one from the line that time.
You have to respect Brooks' approach to the game. He's always looking for little ways to improve and wants every year to be his best.
Edwards for three. Minnesota again missing.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
Pass to Gillespie. Outside, Williams. Now Brooks. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's the three. Gillespie can't get it to go.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
On the wing, Brooks. DiVincenzo covering. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Such a tenacious competitor. When Brooks looks to score inside, he is so skilled at finding ways to draw contact.
And Brooks drops them both. TimberWolves trail by 5. Outside Edwards. Ant-Man getting it done inside.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart and kind of wake them up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
Edwards against Allen. To the inside. Randall with a steal. Edwards looking it over. Pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Up and over Brooks. Edwards, no good.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Brooks, the pass to Gillespie. Outside, Williams. And here's Brooks. It's blocked by Gobert.
He's led the league before in blocks, and Gobert, one of the best.
Now Edwards for the tie. Hits a three-pointer. Edwards has got 5 points now in the quarter.
After a tremendous first quarter, 3 trays, he's put in another.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Some changes for Minnesota. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Dillingham comes in for Julius Randle. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. Phoenix also changing it up. Iguodaro comes in for Williams. And Goodwin is subbed in for Allen. Here's Goodwin. No points so far.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Outside Reed for the lead. That shot is off. And Brooks has got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's Phoenix with it. The lead is 2. Out to the wing. Here's Dunn. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Pass to Jose. To the middle. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Now Brooks. Now here's Dunn. The three is up. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Outside Conley. Over to the left wing. Here's Jose, defended by Dunn. To the paint. Here's Reed. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Reed's got his second basket.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's Minnesota, leading by just 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the floor for Phoenix, they've got Grayson Allen, and it's Goodwin in at the 2.
Wow, Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Pass to Allen. From outside the arc. The rebound by Shannon. Minnesota leading by 4. Now Reed. Now here's Conley. Let's go with a 3. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got 4 rebounds now. Inside. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now here's Conley. Pass to Shannon. This one for 3. Iguodaro grabs a miss. Here's Goodwin. And here's Richards. Now Allen. Back to Richards. 4 on the clock. Randle pulls down the board. The Timberwolves have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Pass to Shannon. Back to Conley. Randle on the screen. The 3 is up. The shot by Conley, no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Here's Iguodaro. Oh, he can't tie it up. That one's no good. Here's Shannon, defended by Dunn. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Reed sets a screen. Shoots a 3. Nope. The Suns have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. Now Allen. Here's Goodwin. Richards with a screen. To tie it up. Ready off the pass. He lays it in.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout. clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Ingles. Edwards, he's checked in for Shannon. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And the Suns will go for a different look here. Mark Williams, he's checked in for Richards. O'Neal comes in for Iguodaro. Dylan Brooks checked in for Dunn. And Gillespie is subbed in for Goodwin. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
Okay, thanks, Allie. McDaniels outside. Edwards. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Here's Edwards. Outside DiVincenzo. Clock at 4. No good from 3. The Suns trailing. Now pass to Williams. Williams a screen on DiVincenzo. Brooks. Here's Gillespie. DiVincenzo covering. Throws it up. Shot's no good.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity from the mid-range. He can hit that.
Here's Edwards. Beyond the arc. The free is in.
Wow. Edwards almost makes it look effortless, like the whole team wasn't holding their breath right there.
They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th. Knocks down the trifecta.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Ooh, look at Edwards get after it inside.
And you gotta love the mentality of Anthony Edwards. He wants to be the star. He wants the spotlight. Not everyone is like that.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Williams. A one-handed jam. Rocking the rim.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And he commits the intentional foul.
At the line for your Timberwolves, DiVincenzo taking 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Coming up clutch there at the line, making it a 2-possession game.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're behind by 4. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, it has to be fast. They got to take the first good look they get.
Here's Brooks. Allen outside. Jacks up a 3. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
3rd team foul. At the line for Minnesota.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Calm and cool, and his free throws put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game up.
Gobert pulls it down, and that's an intentional foul.
4th team foul. At the line for your Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. And so it's Minnesota with the W. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they start